he is the coolest guy. And I say, you know, James Bond is a cool character, but ABM Summon is a cool character in real life as well. He's been a fantastic guy to work with, and I've gotten to know him quite a bit now that we've shot the film and wrote the sequel. So he's going to be around a long time, I'm going to be around a long time, and I look forward to our friendship. And I said, well, tell me a little bit about the story. And they started to tell me that they had that there's been 555 books written about MR9, and I said, no, I said that must be a mistake. I said, how many? They said 555 books. I said, you have got to be kidding me. They must have sold 10 million copies. They said 10 million. No, they've sold hundreds of millions of copies. And I said, I'm in. I don't even need to hear any more about the story. I said, anything that's that big is not a film, it's a franchise. So I immediately said, yes, I want to be involved. And then I tested out to be one of the actors as well, and got the role as Paul Taylor, one of the CIA agents. So I've really been able to experience this from two different directions. One as a very proud executive producer, being involved in financing a fantastic film and hopefully potentially a franchise, but also to be able to play such a great character that bridges the gap between the BCI and the CIA. So I really have enjoyed the project, but no, it was a pretty easy sell after I heard the popularity of the books. My character is Paul Taylor, and Paul Taylor is a former police officer from Dallas, Texas, and he's finally worked his way out of Texas and worked his way into Langley, and I got hired on as the CIA, and now I'm a 20-year veteran of the CIA, working alongside George Duke, who's my partner. And so we're out to, I'm one of the more senior level CIA agents right now, and I have now made connections all over the world, and with BCI specifically, we've made a connection with Masood Rana. I love this out here. So I've seen a couple of the films that some of my co-stars have now been in, and they wanted to kind of rub it in my face that they're a little bit more famous out here than I am. So I really enjoyed watching some of their work. There's some really good actors in this film. I mean, it really is, we've got some of the creme de la creme, from the comedians to the actors, both Indian and, I don't even know if you've heard the soundtrack yet, but Ricky Cage is our soundtrack designer. Wait till you hear the soundtrack. It is spectacular as well. So MR9 is right now a BCI agent, and he's a wonderful spy. But we need to bring him into the international spy agency, working alongside with the CIA and the MSS, which is the Chinese counterpart of the CIA. He then now gets to become bigger than life, like a James Bond character. He now gets to work internationally with all the governments instead of just with the BCI in Bangladesh. And so I think what's happened is, now teaming up with the CIA, we've now brought him into a much bigger arena of fighting global terrorism.